Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, man.
Oh man, that was a good one. That was good. I haven't stumped you that bad in a long time. What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us here for episode 292 of NHP Unscripted. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Like I said, if this is your first time watching, I needed that laugh after the fucking bullshit we just watched. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys so very much for joining us. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works. Every Monday, we are on here with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. Speaking of that, if you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, scrapped promo lines. We went over that. We went over the Saudi shows being in question. There was a lot of really good news on Friday. So if you guys did miss episode 310, I want to say that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful piece of Notorious Evil's merch live on there as we speak, with the brand new slept on design, as well as all the other OG designs. Again, that is on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get to know your boys here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got the man of the hour. We got my man Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead. Let everybody know what it is you are smiling about today.
Man, I was smiling today. And then Raw started, and my smile went away pretty fast. And it didn't really come back for most of that show, man. It was a rough one. Raw was a rough one, man. I really did not like it. But I'm here with you guys. I love being here with you guys, man. So I can smile for that, man. I can smile for that. And happy to be here with you guys, man. Like always, man. Like always. Like always. Durante asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's they doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I was doing pretty good, and then I seen my camera was blurry. So now I'm back good again. I'm also realizing I don't know if my chair is just now squeaking this much, but
Oh,
I don't feel like I remember it squeaking this much. I don't know. I could be wrong. However, that's just wonderful. But
that sucks.
yeah, it's the well. Yeah, I've been wanting one of those like fucking double XL. You know those giant office chairs people have. I think those would be the next. So them giant fucking thick cushion, them thick padded ones. I think I'm gonna get one of them next. I think I may be done with the racing chairs.
Oh yeah, you
I'll
gotta be.
yeah, for sure. Although, it's treated me very well. You know, it's treated me very well. But you know, it may be time to get rid of it. But I think I'll go with one of those ones next. Um, I want to say I was in like an Office Depot or an Office Max, maybe like a year and a half ago, and I sat in one, and I was like, oh shit, this thing's pretty comfortable. They're made for wrestling fans, so it'll be pretty big for like me, but I don't really care. Half the time I sit like fucking crisscross on my fucking chair anyway. That's why you guys usually always fucking see me doing like this. But
Doing that too.
regardless, I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. I gotta tell you guys, man, man, I am on a I've been on a Madden grind the past couple days because I'm trying to get these fucking Ring of Honor tokens, and the only way you could get them is by doing the draft events. You could either play head to head ranked, which I'm not fucking doing because I promise you I'm not that good at Madden. Or you could do the CPU, but the CPU has been making me fucking sweat. On top of anytime I get real progression, my EA servers crash and I have to redraft and fucking start completely new. So it's been fucking annoying. Your boy's been through hell, but regardless, I am doing good. Everybody loves a Madden grind, bro. Even though it's making me want to rip my fucking hair out of my head, whatever I have left. I am fucking. I've been going through it. I've been going through it, bro. So, but
That what
regardless.
they should have been pissing you off.
Oh, dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Of course, the fucking servers crash.
Yeah, dude, it happened to me twice last night, and the first time I was on a great run. I drafted some decent O linemen. I drafted some decent O linemen. I had some nice strategy boosts in there. I think I had like plus something block or break tackle. So beast mode was eating up, bro. And then what do you know? What do you know? The fucking servers crashed. I was in the fourth quarter. I was about to win that game too. It pissed me off. It's a long, rigorous process. I tell you. But regardless, so I've been doing that. But other than that, I am doing good. Trying to enjoy any bit of this WrestleMania season that I can, which it feels it's been rough, to say the very least. However, yeah.
It's
So
like getting a piece of fucking KFC chicken and there's almost no meat on that motherfucker, and you are
yeah,
like scraping that fucking chicken leg for all
yes.
the meat. That's what it feels like trying to find something good on Raw, man. Because boy, is rough.
God, I don't know. I don't know. So, Manager Logan has a great question. He says, "Hello, hello there, Manager Logan. Always a pleasure having you." He says, "Do you guys plan on getting your names on the WrestleMania canvas?" It's okay.
Man, I didn't even see the price for that. How much is it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm still too shocked by the price. I really wanted to go drive around with Cody Rhodes and see some Las Vegas landmarks. I'm still shocked by that price. But let's
Yeah,
see.
fucking Cody Road, $10,000 bus tour to fucking see one or two landmarks.
Nice, fucking nice. Uh, is that it?
Brother,
Okay.
fine.
WWE is
So,
hilarious. Okay, so to get your name, you know, to get your name printed on the WrestleMania canvas for the title match
sorry.
of Roman Reigns, and they have another plaque for the Randy match. They're
Same
each
price.
priced, yeah, same price, at $1,499.99. $1,500 to get your fucking name, probably that's about that big, on a mat that nobody's going to be able to see.
You could. You could pay 1,500, or you could pay $94 a month. Dude,
Bro, do not
you
tell me
gotta
they have
fucking
that
pay
service. Oh my god, they have that
He's looking
service.
at the price. Or
Maybe I
you
can
could
see
do
if
4 payments of $382.
what the
What
oh
if I
my
heard Tony Khan
goodness.
is the name? I think they would take that.
Oh yeah. That's a
Hmm,
good one. Tony
I never know.
Khan. Um wow, geez, what other names could we put in there? Hmm.
You put a lot of names there, man.
Yeah. You think they'll
At
take
that
a
price,
you think they'll take Chris Benoit? Do you think they'll
I
take
don't.
that one?
I don't think they would take that one. Actually, I think they might. Oh, it gives you the. Wait, does it give you? Oh no, that's just they just you can't. Once you hit size, it just takes you to the shirt size. I thought it was gonna say the size of the little thing. Good lord.
That is that is fucking insane. $1,500 to get your name on the WrestleMania canvas. You you can't you really can't look any more desperate than that. I genuinely can't. God, I really don't. I really I don't even know what to say, dude. Like, what genius sat in a fucking room and was like, you know, I have an idea. What if we charge fans to put their name on the canvas, use the canvas, and then cut it up and sold it back to these people? Like, come
That
on.
is
And then too,
hilarious.
obviously we were just making fun of it, bro, but like the whole Cody bus tour, that's like Logan says it, like, dude, you're doing way too much. Like you're doing way. You look so. It doesn't even feel like you're like all this shit. It really just makes it feel like WrestleMania is like the back seat to. It really seems like you're going to Las Vegas on April 19th and 18th to, you know, it looks like you're going to Vegas on those days as an opportunity to land some money, which is always what it is. But obviously, you know, WrestleMania was always the. It always seems like, you know, that was the most important thing. But I mean, this year, bro, you got Michael Cole building these WrestleMania, you know, these WrestleMania, you know, special offers more than they build the fucking show on the regular TV show.
Or, you know, you could also buy a WrestleMania 42 event logo turnbuckle corner pad for $130.
What? A turnbuckle
Dude,
pad.
you buy a fucking turnbuckle pad for $130. Or you could buy WrestleMania replica side plates for $120.
Oh, Jesus.
It's horrible, dude. This company is horrible. They're fucked. They're horrible. We're doomed. We're so doomed.
Do you think they would take triple nose on the canvas? What about
They
bald
might.
Nazi? You think
About
they'll
Bald
take bald
Nazi.
Nazi?
What about Triple K? You think they would take any of those?
Oh, or Hitler Hurst Helmsley? You think they'll take that
Yeah,
one?
I think
That's
they
a good
might take
one.
that one.
That's a good one. Man, I'll have that
Man,
motherfucker sitting right behind me. I'll replace my Johnny Wrestling flag. I'll have my bald Nazi fucking Triple H plaque sitting right behind me. Man, that'll be great. That'll be great, bro.
see,
No, man, but that's fucking wild, bro. That's wild. I can't tell you how many times tonight Michael Cole during the B rolls was, you know, talking about the WrestleMania special offers and print your name on the canvas today at WWE WrestleMania. So I don't know, man. I don't know. This company, bro. This company. And then again, they talk about that shit, and then they actually show you what they're building to, and all of it's just so dry. And you were in Boston tonight. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad a lot of the IWC didn't really hold Chicago and the United Center being a bad crowd against any of us, because it's not us. Again, bro, you put 2023 Survivor Series in the United Center. You put 2023 Elimination Chamber in front of that United Center crowd, and we're going ballistic. We're going absolutely ballistic, bro. But it's the product you're putting on in front of us. Again, the Oba and Brock stuff I thought was very good tonight. Aside from that, most of the shit we're getting is just not good. It just doesn't excite me, bro. And I mean, it's like I'm not even trying to sound like a chronic complainer or whatever we get called, but it's just like, bro, it just doesn't fucking excite me, man, like at all. It really does. Like I'm fucking more excited to see the fucking number one contender versus EVP set. I can't believe I'm saying this about fucking Dynamite match. I'm more excited to see the number one contender versus Kenny's EVP status than I am for mostly anything on WrestleMania. I was aside from a few things, but like, that's just the truth.
yeah, I'm excited to see Will Ospreay back in the ring come Dynasty. No, he's been back in the ring, but pay-per-view Will Ospreay back in the ring come Dynasty. Like, I like Oba and Brock so far. That's been really good, man. I like that. Finn and Balor is good. You
Finn
know,
and Balor.
obviously they kind of had that hiccup, but that was, you know, kind of just them putting people down in AAA when they shouldn't. Um, so I'm excited for like those two things the most. Other than that, I'm really not excited for anything. The women's tag titles, not really. The mid card scene, not really. Um, man, that the women's scene, not really, and that main event scene, man, as time progresses, they disappoint me and lose my interest and more annoy me more and more every week.
Yes, I agree. Honestly, and we'll get to it, man. After what we seen tonight, I wasn't really sure what to expect from Punk and Roman, but I gotta say, I I just I don't know. Like, what is the story here? To be
I
honest,
don't. It's the return of the bloodline, I guess they turned it to, which like, you know, if you should be doing that at the utmost important level, man. But it really just feels like, oh, the fans liked the bloodline a few years ago. Let's bring it back. That's really all it feels like, and you could feel it through the screen. It's like they're just scratching and clawing to get that bloodline energy again. And it's cool seeing them together. Obviously, they have great chemistry. That's why I worked in the first place. But like company wise, it just feels so desperate. Oh, that was the word. Tom Tom. Oh, I can't wait to get to that part, man. Ooh, I
dude,
can't wait to get to that part.
terrible. Speaking of Tom, man, what's going on, brother? He has a great
You're doing
question. WWE, well, he has a great statement. He says, breaking news. WWE superstar Gooner, nowhere to be found. Triple nose to be questioned.
They have no WrestleMania path for Gunther or
None.
LA Knight.
None.
Dog.
Either of them.
None. Nothing. EO is gonna have some fucking third wheel story with Corey and Asuka. Like, dude,
What
what
the
are we
hell,
doing?
bro?
What are we doing here, bro? She's mixing up with Raquel 3 weeks before WrestleMania. What is going on? What is happening?
Absolutely terrible. As for you guys, as Durant always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, my brother Tom, and we got my guy Flex in the chat.
How you doing, man?
He says live on Monday with
We are.
with popping champagne bottles. We don't know what he's popping. I don't know if it's quite champagne, but you know,
But
we don't know.
glad to have you guys here.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, man, I just, I don't know. I just, God, I just don't know. Yeah, but to start you guys off, ho 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 ho, we got
Go, man. This is peak right here.
AEW Dynamite. This was your March 18th edition of Dynamite from Fresno, California.
Heard of Fresno before.
I have. Yeah, I have heard of Fresno. Yes, I have. Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh man, he did, man.
Yes, he did.
That was my breaking point in that fucking segment, man. It really
Bro,
was.
what I I was like, you know, I'm sitting back on my chair. When I tell you I sat up when he said that cuz I was like, what the what what?
It's funny because I actually did the exact opposite. I was leaned forward. He said that shit. I done slouched back in my chair, bro. I was like, all right, that's all right. I'm out.
No, legit though, bro. Cause I'm like, I mean, same difference here. We both had a movement for the wrong fucking reason. Cause I sat up in disbelief. I'm like, what the what did he just say? I'm like, okay, all right, nice,
It's just horrible, man. It
dude.
is horrible.
Fucking terrible, bro. Fucking terrible. Fucking Paul, dude. I'm tired of that motherfucker, man. Um. So Dynamite opened up with the in-ring return of Will Ospreay. Tony, you know,
Who
Tony.
thinks about it? Why would you save that for a pay per view, man? Let's just throw it on
Why?
Dynamite.
First match on Dynamite, bro. First fucking thing out the curtain. You got Will Ospreay, and you know he's been out of action since August, right? So it's September, October, November, December, January, February, March. He's been out of action for 7 months. Okay, and he comes back, and his arch nemesis was waiting for him. The man he's went to the edge of the earth to fight. Vanilla Baby, Blake Christian, or Christian Blake. What's his name? What is it? Blake Christian,
Blake,
I think.
I think it's Blake Christian.
You,
Man.
you. Why wouldn't you just save this for Dynasty? Why? 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 And like, don't get me wrong. I do not mind seeing Will Ospreay on my television screen, but bro, 7 months away, and you bring him back on the March 18th edition of Dynamite to fight Blake Christian.
Like, bro, like, and I get like maybe you want to wrestle on TV, so you do a thing of like maybe you do a little angle where he's not sure if he's really ready to be back yet in the ring, and they like he finally gets to during like a main event of a Dynamite, build it up to Dynasty. All right, nope. First Dynamite, he's the first thing on Dynamite against Blake Christian. Like, why?
My goodness. He beats Vanilla Baby, Blake Christian. He beats him. Who would have guessed? And afterwards, he calls out Jon Moxley, and the Death Riders come out, and they all have themselves a brawl afterwards. With Pac blindsiding Will Ospreay, putting him in the brutalizer, and commentary pretty much just put a highlight on, with Ospreay coming back so soon, he's going to have to be very weary because all his opponents are going to be going for his neck. So I'm assuming that's the story they're going to be telling with Will is, his neck is obviously brittle. So that's that. But it seems like they are building to a Moxley Ospreay match, which is fine. I just don't understand, why they took that whole little babyface turn with Jon Moxley following World's End. If
Yeah.
they were just going to feud him, which is weird because I don't even want to say the group turned face because they didn't. It was really only Moxley. But Moxley, kind of went from being a cowardly leader to this noble leader all of a sudden, and now it seems like he's just right back in the heel mix. So I don't really understand necessarily what the idea was there, but that's what they went with, and that's what we're going to be getting. But again, I don't really understand, to be honest.
Really get the direction they're going because I like that whole turn they did because it shocked me because I thought they were just gonna kick Mox out the group and whatever, and they did, and it was really cool. Um, and like you could still keep them overall babyface, but have like kind of a sins from the past kind of thing here with Will Ospreay. You could very easily do something like that where obviously Will still wants revenge, but like they're still not this. Well, at least Moxley isn't the same version of himself that took out Osprey in the first place, but he still just wants to get his lick back on Mox. You could do a lot with that, but they're kind of already seemingly running back like cowardly stuff from them, so it's getting weird, man. I'm very interested and hopeful they don't take that and just completely reverting them back direction because not Triple H, what the fuck, man? I'm so used to saying that at this point. Tony Khan is very used to reverting people back to previous versions of themselves just for a feud. So I
Yes.
really hope that's not the case here, which to be honest, I think it'll probably be.
I could see that. I could very well see that. And after this, we had Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta defeating the Bang Bang Gang's Ace Austin and Juice Robinson. You know, this, why? You can say that for a lot of things. Well, you know what? I can't even really say that. I'll say it was nice to see Ace Austin and Juice Robinson on Dynamite. I can say that. It was nice to see the Bang Bang Gang on Dynamite. Typically with AEW, these are just Collision guys, which there's no brand split, so I don't know why we have acts that are just simply on a show. But it was nice to see them.
It was. Yeah, it is nice to see that. The match makes no sense, but wish they were more on Dynamite. And I feel like maybe that's a hint that Jay White might be returning soon, as we're gonna see him more and more on Dynamite. Maybe something like that.
I hope maybe he's the one to come to the aid of Will Ospreay. I'll tell you what, if AEW wanted to
Ooh,
do something real cool, they could have Switch come back, aid Will Ospreay against the Death Riders just to end up turning on Will. And I'll tell you what, man, I would for sure be down for a Switchblade versus Will Ospreay feud. You know, maybe that's the finals of the Owen. You know what I mean? Maybe they could do something like that. That'd be very cool. That'd be very cool, actually. I tell you, yeah, if AEW wanted to do that, I think that would be a great way to introduce Switchblade back. Because I believe, yeah, when he got hurt, he was wasn't he pitched to join the Death Riders? You know,
let's pitch to join them. I remember
so
that.
yeah, so maybe they do something like that. Maybe he comes back, helps Will Ospreay, eventually turns on him, and then we get that as a feud. That might be something cool.
I would
But
fuck with that.
yeah, for sure. So we have a coffin match, a coffin unsanctioned match between Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd.
Sanction part's a little unnecessary, but all right.
Yeah, I
It kind of you can kind of already do anything in the match anyway, but
literally.
all right, go ahead.
The first part of this was cinematic. It was actually pretty cool. It was very entertaining. I could say that. Darby Allin ended up flipping a car over. Very very Darby Allin antics there. Him and Gabe Kidd were fighting in like some junkyard. I don't know why they decided to meet there. But they met at like some junkyard. Darby Allin and him were fighting up against his car. Darby Allin used a chloroform rag to incapacitate Gabe Kidd, put him in the trunk of this Crown Vic, and flip it over. And when he pulled the trunk lever, Gabe Kidd came flying out.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. It was, bro. He then brought him. He then brought him into the arena. He brought him into the arena as he tried to get Kidd in a straitjacket, and Gabe Kidd would end up wrestling the rest of the match in the straitjacket. He didn't have it completely wrapped around him where his hands were tied behind his back, but he had it on. He wrestled the rest of the match in it, and Darby Allin ended up winning this with a suicide dive into Gabe Kidd. I don't know if this was the actual ending of the match, because he suicide dived Kidd. He fell in the coffin and the door slammed shut. I don't know if that was original. I don't know if they were originally going to do something where Darby tried to close it, but Gabe, gave him a little bit of pushback, but the thing just shut. So Darby Allin ended up winning this as he wins the feud, and afterwards he declares that he is going to be going after the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, MJF.
I like the sound of that, man. I like the sound of that. An MJF and Darby program sounds really fun.
Yes. Which is weird. The only thing that's weird about it is you have Kenny Omega and Swerve in a program where Swerve's telling everybody he's the number one contender.
I think it's gonna drag out to Dynasty. I think that's the case. I think they think they're really gonna do this match, and then one of them is gonna get that title shot using whatever they won with to get the title shot at Dynasty. But I think it's gonna continue on or find
Mm,
some way to continue on to Dynasty.
okay. Okay. I could see that. I could see that. So we have, let's see. Uh, oh, that was what I was gonna say. I'll say one thing I do love about MJF as world champion is they've been doing a great job at giving the vibe of MJF being a targeted man, right? Like whether it's a babyface or a heel, most of the top characters on the show are saying they want the world title, they want MJF. That's one thing I can always appreciate from a world champion. When you have that, target on your back, everybody's gunning for you type of energy behind your world champion. I think that's obviously great. So I do love that.
Oh, I do, and that's truly how you should, at least for the most part, usually have your world title scene set up where all your main event guys want to go for the world title, but whatever feud they're in is, the distraction from them going to the world title for that
Mm,
time being. That's really how it mostly should be most of the time, man. So I'm
100%.
happy it's like that.
100%. So, we get these really cool Jurassic Express vignettes of Luchasaurus um driving the Jurassic Express bus to go pick up Jack Perry, and he's like in his room packing his bag with like a snake in a bottle. I tell you what, I fucking certainly wouldn't be walking around with that thing in a backpack. It was like a snake in a bottle, a knife. Like he's just packing, just very Jungle Boy stuff. Um, Squirrels were like crawling up his arm as he got out of the as he left the house. It was very very Jungle Boy. I actually really enjoyed it, and then it showed the bus pulling up to the arena, and the Young Bucks and Jack Perry cut a promo on their opponents later in the night, the Don Callis family. So
Oh yeah,
um
man.
it was really cool. It was really cool. I actually like that production from AEW. It's they've been uh shockingly surprising me lately with their production and just things they've been doing as of late.
They have been. They have been. Even though Jack Perry has been one of those guys that kind of takes production a step ahead for
Mm-hmm.
himself. So it could be just a mix of that. Either way, it was really cool to see. Love the whole Jungle Boy, thing he's really diving into, man. And it's been really fun, man. It has been.
Indeed. Kenny Omega. Oh, Kenny Omega. He's cutting a backstage promo. He's cutting a backstage promo, man, and he tells Swerve Strickland, "If you're the most dangerous man, then show me by doing something dangerous." He says something truly dangerous would be putting up your number one contendership for the world championship. So, a couple segments after this, we get a Swerve Strickland live in ring promo where Swerve says, anybody who ever wins anything has power. He says, and one thing Kenny Omega has that's valuable is power. When he said that, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Is he going to mention like the whole EVP stuff? Like, okay. So he says, so Swerve says, I agree. I will put up my number one contendership, but only if you put up your power. He challenges Kenny Omega, number one contendership versus EVP status. So if Swerve wins on Dynamite in 2 days here, I guess it's going to be an EVP. He's going to have power.
Oh, didn't work out for Cody, but hopefully it might work out for Swerve, man. But I like that, man. I like this direction they're taking it, and I feel like in a way it correlates what they've been doing with like Kevin Knight and whatnot. Um, I think he wants to, build a group and build a group with power. I think that's the direction I think they're gonna take Swerve, and I really like that.
I could see that. I could also see that as well. Yeah, it when well, first when he said that, I liked um the I guess motive behind Swerve Strickland being very power hungry, with him and his new heel ways. I think that could be a very interesting route, excuse me, for his character to go. I think it could be a very interesting route, being that that does open the door, you know, if he's an EVP and he's cool with Adam Page, can he get that gentleman's agreement revoked? Can he switch that on, and that if Hangman comes back and him and Swerve have this, mutual respect, you know, Tony Khan, he's a little wimp. You know what I mean? He's not going to tell Swerve Strickland, no, me and Paige had a gentleman's agreement. If Swerve presses Tony Khan's going to do one of two things. He's either going to fire him for cause, or he's going to give in and revoke the gentleman's agreement. So the gentleman's agreement. So that is very interesting. If Swerve is able to do, if Swerve is able to get the EVP status, like I said, he can do a lot of things for, um, I guess just most of the stories in AEW. But the one that really stuck out to me, is the Adam Page story, because of this whole, Hangman can't challenge for the world championship thing. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting, and it can go a lot of ways. But I think it offers a very nice perspective on the Kenny and Swerve, or offers a new perspective on the Kenny and Swerve rivalry. And I think, should they give Swerve the EVP status, bro, that could open a lot of really interesting doors, and they could do a lot of really nice long-term thinking with that.
They really can. I didn't think about that, but that's a really good idea, and they could do a lot with that. Even another thing you do of, like, Hangman making a devil's deal with Swerve, or even if he doesn't really like vibe with what Swerve is doing, he wants the world title so much he's willing to make a deal with the
Mm-hmm.
devil, and do that with Swerve. You could do a lot with that. I really like that idea, man. I feel like that might be the way they're taking it, man, and I really hope, at least I hope it is, man, because that's very good.
I think so. I think Swerve will get it, and then I think we could possibly see, before Swerve does make it to MJF or whoever is the world championship, maybe Will Ospreay, I could see his distraction maybe going into All In being a Swerve and Darby program where both guys want the world championship. So,
I can see that. I can see that too, man. I like that.
yes. So, yeah, that is that. Hello, OG. How are you? Next we have Speedball Mike Bailey versus Mark Davis. Wow, this is this is this is just this is just what I wanted to see on AEW. I gotta say, you know, I don't really think this comes as much of a surprise to anybody, but this is a very good match. This is a very good match. Obviously, anytime Speedball is in the ring, I am very impressed with what he can do in between those ropes. But yes, he defeated Mark Davis, and nice to see him pick up a victory.
It is, man. Great to see Speedball and pick up a victory. I like it.
We have the no holds barred match between Tony Storm and Marina Shafir. Tony Storm was attacked. They're saying this is the beginning to her new murder mystery. Seems timeless Tony Storm. Yes. Seems timeless. Ooh. Seems timeless Tony Storm is going to be out for the remainder of 2026. So, she was attacked here. Like I said, they're saying this is the start to her new murder mystery. And this left Mina Shirakawa to compete in her place, as Mina stuck a bottle to Marina Shafir's head and hit her with a code red by to Marina. As dude, Excalibur yelled that so loud I had to write that in my notes, bro. That
Oh,
shit had
bro,
me dying, dude. Code
bro, when we were
red.
we were playing Resident Evil, and you were saying all the item names in Excalibur's voice, bro, I was dying,
What was
bro.
that?
You
What
were
was I
killing
doing?
me with that shit. You were saying like the in-game item names but in Excalibur's voice, and that shit was just killing me, bro. Himalayic injector.
Oh yeah,
That shit was just
bro. It's a good like obviously. Well, all right.
that shit.
Well, with me and you, bro, what you see is what you get. Half the things we joke about on the podcast, bro, 9 times out of
That's
10,
what we joke.
I like just so you guys know, half the time like we're in a Discord chat, bro. We're making fucking Triple H jokes, and of course, one thing that's just become a staple, in the group jokes is that the fucking Excalibur voice, dude. He's just, yeah. The whole time we were playing Resident Evil, I would get like a fucking injector. I'd be like, what is it called? A Himalaic
Himalayic, I think, like Himalayic, but
Himalaic
man,
injector, bro.
it's just killing
Man,
me, bro. Ugh, fucking Excalibur, man. You can't make him up. He's too goated.
shotgun shells,
Shotgun shells, handgun
man.
ammo.
Oh, bro, I don't think we addressed. We finished Resident
Oh
Evil.
yeah, we did finish it, man, and it was really fucking good. I really enjoyed Resident Evil 9, man. I liked it a lot. Excited for the DLCs. Those sound fun from everything we heard, and the game was real fire. I loved it.
Hey, man, it was fire. You guys know me by now, bro. I'm a cornball. I love me a wholesome ending, bro. That end. I'll give y'all a couple seconds.
That was smart.
Okay,
All right, go
that
ahead.
that ending, that ending where Emily became Grace's daughter, that just warms your heart, bro. That just warms your fucking heart. I don't know how he didn't hit no vitals, cause I for sure was lighting her little ass up. But
I was shooting rifles.
oh yeah, no, 100%. She was
I
getting
was aiming
domed
for
in the
vitals.
face, bro. It was over. But man, they found the little girl, bro, and then Grace adopted her, man. That was such a wholesome ending, dude. That was such a wholesome ending. She was actually able to save her, man. So all the times in the beginning of the game where I was not trusting that little girl and I was like, "Oh nah, she's gonna be a menace." She was a menace, but then it actually gave us a very wholesome ending. I'll say I was not a fan of the white suit dude, but Victor Gideon, on the other hand, banger villain, banger villain. I thought he was a great villain. I was not a fan of his role in the game or the way he talked. The way he talked, the voice actor delivered the lines pretty poorly, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
regardless,
that blonde dude.
yeah, regardless, I loved it. I loved it. I had a great time playing it. I'm about to start the remake of 2
Oh,
whenever I get done with my Madden grind. So no promise as to when that will be, but it will be soon. But yeah, man. I mean, hey, I enjoyed the mess out of it. I enjoyed the mess out of it. I really did. Resident Evil is always one of those games, bro. It's always one of those games. It's always one of my favorite games to play. I like I just like I love the different like I just love it. I don't know how to explain it. I love the experience of playing a Resident Evil game. Like as much as it irks me, like the little pouch where you only have so much space, and then like all the jump scares
yeah.
they do, or like just the experience of like something morphing into this devious villain that you have, or like seeing a villain or seeing one of those creatures for the first time, bro. Nothing. Very little come close to the experience of a Resident Evil game. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. But
Oh, it
yeah.
does. It does. I get it, man. Where's this one rank for you at 7 and 8, man? I'm curious.
Oh shit. I'll say I don't know. I put it over 7,
I think I can't either.
but I put it over 8.
I respect it. I respect it. I might put it I don't know. It's a hard toss up between 9 and 8, man. It really is.
But 8, that like snow setting, in that like
Mhm.
in that village. Oh,
Romania.
obviously village. What? What did you just say?
That's where it took place. But it took place in
Oh,
Romania.
oh, gotcha. You're
You
talking about
know,
something else.
that place is really nice.
He loves it.
Hey,
So yeah, that like that old beat up village, bro. That was a very nice setting, but oh shit, now you're making me second guess myself. I don't know. Yeah, I would
take
probably
your
say
time to step.
7, 7, 9, 8, but I also don't know if it's recency bias.
Exactly. Recency bias is always a thing. You never know. But I get it. 7's still my number one, personally.
7 was so good. 7 was so fucking good, dude.
It really was.
So, yes, Mina Shirakawa defeated Marina Shafir as we had no sign of Ronda Rousey. I don't know
Still
where she
nothing.
was,
Just
but
probably Dynasty.
I think it probably would have been a little beneficial to have your newest signing on Dynamite the next week, but okay.
But, we'll see. Hopefully, she'll be here eventually.
Hopefully. Don Callis has Andrade collect money from MJF's lawyer to take out Darby Allin. Don Callis says he needs Andrade to do it because Andrade is his money man.
He's the money man. I don't know what the fucking other 15 are there for, but there you go.
So Andrade, I guess, is going to now start a program with Darby Allin.
Oh yeah, brother.
I'll take it. Pretty random, but
I'm cool.
okay.
I'm cool with it. I'm down. Sounds fun. Matches are gonna be good. I'm cool with it, man.
There you go. So we have, let's see. Jack Perry and the Young Bucks defeating Okada and RPG Vice in a 6-man tag.
PG Vice.
RP, yeah,
Yeah, them.
your boys RPG Vice were on Dynamite, man.
Boys.
You mean to tell me you're not buying into these AEW fans who are just loving heel Rocky, dude?
Heel Rocky, brother, save me. Yeah, save me from that, bro. Just save me, please. Heel Rocky, get out of here.
You don't
Go
like
back to New Japan, bro.
you don't like heel Rocky?
Can he just do his ambassador role or whatever it is for New Japan and AEW? Can he just go do that?
No,
He'll be
man.
the fucking mediator.
Dude, Don Callis is paying him the big bucks to, be here
Waste
in
a
the
lot of
States.
money.
Oh god. Come on, dude.
Don Callis is wasting a lot of money with that one.
Yeah, he's wasted. That whole group is a fucking waste of money.
Dude,
But
they gotta be scamming or something because there's no way.
yeah, no, 100%. 100%, bro. Afterwards, the Young Bucks are in the ring and they are talking about getting back to the tag team championships because their dad told them to keep their head up after the embarrassing loss on Sunday. We then get Cope and Cage coming out to confront the Young Bucks. They tell them that they respect the hell out of them and they need them to keep their heads up because they will get back to the tag team championships, but we respect you guys so much. We need to tell you this to your face. They are here and they need to stop those egomaniacs and those megalomaniacs, FTR. And they want to
Yeah.
tell the Young Bucks to their face that they will be getting the tag match against FTR in Vancouver at Dynasty.
Megalomaniacs, man.
You know,
Fucking love Edge, dude. Please give him a mic every week.
Adam
He's
Copeland,
gonna say some stupid shit every week.
iconoclast, bro. This motherfucker finds the
Iconoclast.
wackiest words in the dictionary and uses them. Who the fuck?
And I love it.
Who uses iconoclast? Who, when you're arguing with somebody who says, you know what, dude, you're a fucking megalomaniac. Like, no one says these words. Like, I mean, egomaniac's a little bit more common, I guess.
No.
But who
Megalomaniac, man.
who the fuck uses the word megalomaniac? FTR? Hey, Adam Copeland says FTR are megalomaniacs. Who uses these words, bro? Iconoclast.
Adam Copeland, bro.
Where does he find these
He's got
words?
a thesaurus.
He must
Bro's
have.
got a thesaurus and he's gonna use it.
He must have the thesaurus, bro.
He must have it. The thesaurus?
The
He's got that one, bro.
The thesaurus. Thesaurus.
It's the thesaurus.
FTR come out, Stokely fucking yaps, and then they lay out FTR. The Young Bucks and CNC have a tug of war for the tag team championships before the Bucks let them go and they let Cope and Christian hold them. Manager Logan said this, so I'm not going to steal his idea, but I got to absolutely see it going this way. I feel at All In London, we could be in store for a FTR, Young Bucks, Edge and Christian TLC match, and I think that is the way to go.
I think that is, and I think that's the way they're gonna go.
For sure. So, yeah, but that was Dynasty, or not Dynasty, that was Dynamite. The show itself wasn't bad. Like I said, we've seen the return of Will Ospreay. We've seen a pretty dope coffin match. The Swerve and Kenny stuff I liked. Jack Perry's little vignette was cool. And then the ending was pretty cool as well. I think that's a nice foreshadowing into the future. So I actually, dare I say, enjoyed Dynamite this week. I thought it was a fine episode.
Exactly, man. I thought it was fine. You had the match that you liked. Yeah, you got to see the people you liked, man. You usually know what to expect with a Dynamite, which at this point is really all you can ask for, man. And it was cool, man. It was a fine, okay Dynamite.
Yes. Also, they've been having Kevin Knight get a nice string of victories on Dynamite, and I will say it was nice to see them kind of do the same thing for Speedball. So that was another thing I liked.
Most definitely.
So that is everything on AEW, man. And with that, on to WWE, as boy, oh boy, we are about to open Pandora's box. But before that, we have a word from W Energy, man. W Energy, the official sponsor of Notorious Heels, man. They are an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Really, always got to shout out Dubby. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, whether it's staying up during this fucking whatever mania season this is, man, or maybe you're watching Dynamite. You got to stay up, man. No matter what you need the energy, no matter what you need the focus for, Dubby's got you. It'll give you all that, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly, always. Got to shout out Dubby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, as always, to the official sponsor of what we do here at Notorious Heels. SmackDown.
Yeah, brother.
SmackDown, bro. Holy shit. Where do you begin? I guess I'll start with the least of bad on the show.
Offensive thing on the show.
Um, Randy Orton. Randy Orton, he was cooking. He was cooking this Friday. I cannot lie to you. Cody wasn't there. It was nice. It was fucking great. Cody wasn't there. So Randy Orton, bro, he stumbled upon Matt Cardona and absolutely viled this man to the third degree on SmackDown. He
And
called
shit on
him,
his career.
bro. He said to Matt Cardona, "Don't you have some action figures to go play with? You mark ass stooge. You indie nerd." Oh,
Call him a Marcus stooge. Oh, down. Man, he's got to win that Mania now, bro. He has to. That alone, he did it
but
for me,
bro,
bro. That shit is goaded.
don't you think Cody just has to, dig deep and conquer his trainer,
No,
Randy Orton?
I think he needs to dig deep and fucking pull another version of him out because God, I don't like this version of him.
Well, I don't think Jelly Roll liked this version of Randy Orton very much because
Jelly roll.
Jelly Roll found Randy Orton after calling Matt Cardona a, and I quote, mark ass stooge and an indie nerd. And he actually, I gotta say, Jelly Roll actually cut a very good promo. He cut a very good promo on Randy Orton. It was very fluent. He wasn't, he wasn't sounding like Triple H. And he said, um, um, uh, what we do. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't any of that. It was actually very fluent. He basically just told Randy Orton, look, man, you're not a bad person. I just think you made a bad mistake. And, he basically told Randy Orton, why are you going back to an old version of yourself that you already conquered? So it was actually, he was trying to reason with Randy Orton. He was trying to, get him back to his senses, revert him back to the old, nice Randy Orton that we all know and love. And Orton said, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go apologize to Matt Cardona. And at the end of the show, he gave Matt Cardona a hug, shook his hand, gave him a low blow, gave him an RKO, absolutely beat him into oblivion. And then he broke his arm. He put his arm in a chair and he stomped on it. So this is the latest edition of the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes saga. So far from heel Randy Orton, look, if this is the kind of stuff we're going to be getting, I'm obviously cool with it. I think that babyface Randy Orton, kind of grew a little bit stale. I think he grew a little bit stale. I think it was kind of just one of those acts that WWE was like, oh yeah, it's nice to have Orton as a babyface because the fans they can sing his song. But other than that, I mean, he wasn't really progressing as a character at all. There was no progression. There was no, aside from him staring at the fucking WWE championship. There was nothing. There was nothing to the Randy Orton character at all. So this is certainly a lot better than what he was doing, and I mean I'm loving it so far. I think he's cutting really good promos, and yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed what we've seen from heel Randy Orton so far.
Same, I really have. I've loved his promo so far. I like his action. I like his attitude, and I really like what we got so far, man. And I hope we get more of it. Um, did you see the announcement for when we see Cody next,
No.
brother? We see the first time we're gonna see this man is on Wednesday on the Pat McAfee show. That's the first
Oh,
time we're gonna see him again.
I did see that. Yeah, I mean they're killing
Oh,
their own hype.
Doug, put him on your own wrestling show.
Yeah.
Why is he, man? So frustrating, so annoying. But like what they've been doing so far, and hope they could keep it up.
100%, 100%, man. There was oh, did you fucking see Randy Orton's shirt? It was the RKO Everybody shirt, but they put their own blood on it from the Cody Rhodes attack from last week. Man,
Gotta love their merch department, man.
their
Oh, bro.
their merch department is killing it. We're so uncreative. We
Just put blood.
we added blood on an RKO Everybody shirt that is fucking terrible, mind you. Remember, I always, especially with Randy Orton. Remember Randy Orton's old merch? And look at what they give him now.
He has a good selection of merch, and like that's your newest design for him is a
Yes,
fucking white shirt with a black shirt with white text with a blood smear on it. That's what you got,
that's that.
brother.
That's what they got for us, bro. That
Good
is what they
lord.
got for us. But yeah, man, I don't know. I can hope Randy Orton does win number 15 here, as
Hopefully.
yeah, I have no desire to see Cody Rhodes come back as or I have no desire. Okay, my bad. Well, I mean, I have no desire to see Cody Rhodes come back, but what I meant to say is I have no desire to see Cody Rhodes continue on as WWE champion past WrestleMania. I don't know what they can do with him that doesn't involve people just getting more tired of him.
That's all. That's the only fucking thing they could do, and that's probably what they will be. Because either he's gonna walk out of WrestleMania not champion, and if that's the case, then he's gonna walk out of SummerSlam champion, or vice versa. Man, you know how it goes with Cody.
And that's what I was about to say too. But you're probably right. I was gonna say when they do have him, lose the championship, this better be the last time for a minute he goes for that
Oh,
WWE championship, bro, because I am
it
so sick and tired of this dude being involved with the WWE title, man. It's terrible. It's
well,
terrible, bro. I'm so sick of
then
it.
at that point, they might run back, not Randy, Cody and Roman again, but this time for the world heavyweight title. How about
Great.
that one, man?
Great. That's probably
I
what
wouldn't be
they will
shocked
do.
if any. It is probably what they will do. I have no faith in this company.
If Rock doesn't make Mania 40, or
That's the
Mania
match.
43, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
That's the
match.
match.
So,
Oh, brother.
yes. Randy Orton again. I thought you know, what he's done thus far as a heel has been pretty good. I just hope WWE does not shoot themselves in the foot and have this dude lose at WrestleMania. So, we will see. But that was
Mm.
that. Um, Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre were fighting all up and down the show all night. God, I feel bad for these guys, bro. And I like the fact that we're getting Cody and Randy one on one. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think that is a WrestleMania match, but again, I'll sit here still and say they should have never involved these two with the WWE championship shit. If them fighting, them just, uncontrollably fighting throughout the arena just looks like
Oh, horrible.
we don't want it. We don't want to explain shit. And, we have nothing to say, so we're just going to kind of have these two, brawl, because if we put these two on the mic, they're going to sound silly as fuck. And that's kind of what it comes off as to me.
100%. Anytime the last promo segment they had, they sounded horrible, man. They sounded so stupid, and
Yes.
that's your inevitability because you split up the whole feuds into two separate feuds, and it's been a whole mess ever since. And really, these guys are the ones that look the worst out of it, man. And you got to keep them brawling, generic brawls in the back and generic off-screen, fucking falling on mats, and it's just,
Oh,
I
bro.
don't care, man.
That
I
fine.
don't care. And plus, like, if you're gonna do that, make it look good, because visually, these looked horrible, man. Their
Yes.
fight on SmackDown looked horrible.
You just, you talking about when they fell off the building?
That's
Oh.
bro.
Dude, I was done. Though, okay, it wasn't any of them that made me laugh. It was Nick Aldis selling that shit as if they just fell off a building, bro. The way he the way everybody they put their hands on top of their fucking head, bro. I was dying, dude. I was dying, bro.
This fucking bright blue ass fence. You can't see shit. Because you just know the mat is the fucking crash pad is sitting right there. Looked horrible, dude. It's like when they had that fucking dumpster match with Strowman, and you can see the fucking pad,
Yes,
the fucking mattress on the inside of the fucking garbage. Horrible, man.
terrible, absolutely terrible, bro. So, um, that was that. The newest installment of Jade versus Rhea. WWE has given Jade Cargill a faction to go up against Rhea Ripley. I guess they, and clearly by the looks of it, have nothing to say to each other. It's very, it just is dead. I mean, again, from a feud that started kind of on Twitter beef from nothing really. It was a feud that was started over some Twitter beef. What it has turned into, it really makes me believe that that shit genuinely was real, and feelings were hurt, and they had to completely pivot this into generic feud to where they have nothing else better to do than give Jade Cargill a faction, even though, okay, Jade Cargill has been telling Rhea, I'm faster than you, I'm stronger than you, but needs a faction's help to beat Rhea Ripley. That makes no sense.
It makes no sense to Jay's character. It makes no sense to really do this feud. Obviously, besides the real life thing they had going for them, this feud character wise has nothing to stand on, nothing to do with each other at all. Absolutely just polar. This feud just doesn't work at all, man. It just looks horrible, man. I mean, every week they're doing a flex off. They're saying my muscles are bigger than yours, and now you give Jade two random lackeys. You give her Michin and B-Fab, brother. You can't be serious with this, man.
Michin and B Fab are with
Oh.
Jade Cargill. Goodness sake. Way to again made a way to make Jade Cargill look weak. Again, you've been out here for like a month. It's been about 3 weeks to a month since Elimination Chamber, and all you've been saying is how you have Rhea beat in every category: speed, strength, this, that, whatever. Yet you need two lackeys to beat Rhea Ripley? That does not
No
make
sense.
much of any sense to me whatsoever. So, I don't know. That is an incredibly weak move, and that there's no way anybody put a single thought into that faction. You know what? Let me put Jade Cargill with B-Fab and Michin. What the fuck kind of group is that? What is that?
Dude, literally horrible, man. There isn't a single good talker in that group.
Man, they got nothing. They
Like
got
Tom
nothing.
tells us in the comments, they could have brought Jada Parker. They could have brought Kalani Jordan. Nothing. You get two of the worst talkers on
Anybody.
SmackDown with the worst talker on SmackDown, and not a single group person in that group can talk. It's horrible.
That is absolutely terrible, bro. That is an atrocious group. That is horrible. I'm assuming they're doing this to I'm assuming they're doing this because Jade is going to win at Mania and they want to keep Rhea looking strong. So they want it to be by the help of the group rather than Rhea losing clean. I'm assuming that is why they put this whole thing together.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, good God, can Bianca Belair come back and bury this whole group already?
Please. Can you just have Bianca back already, bro?
The MFTs. They lost the tag team championships, and trust me, we will get to who they lost them to in just a second. But the MFTs have lost the tag team championships, but afterwards, Solo Sikoa got into a bit of a scuffle with his boys, Tama Tonga and JC Mateo, as JC was trying to plead his case with Solo Sikoa, saying, this isn't our fault. This is the Wyatt's fault. And Solo yelled back at the whole group, this is your fault. He said, after everything I've given you guys, this is how you repay me. You lose the tag team titles right before WrestleMania. He says, there goes our opportunity. Tama Tonga says to Solo, why don't you just give the lantern back to the Wyatts? Because you do not sound like yourself. You are starting to sound like Roman. We're doing this gig on SmackDown now, too. Now, instead of people telling Jay you sound like Roman, now Solo's getting this, too.
Dude, we're gonna see Solo in a hoodie at WrestleMania. We are. Either they're gonna run the whole Solo
Oh,
in a
you
hoodie
think?
thing, dude. 100 Usos are gonna get taken out at some point at WrestleMania after the ref bump, because there's gonna be one. So it's gonna be like, okay, Usos are done. CM Punk got it. Hoodie comes up, fucking spikes him, and it's Solo. He's gonna do. It's gonna be that. Solo's joining back up with him, which which, if I'm being honest, I do like God without Solo. I do. I do. I like them without Solo. It's not that Solo is bad or Solo brings them down. I just don't think their vibe fits Solo, or at least doesn't fit the Solo that WWE likes to book, if that makes sense. So I do actually like the idea of God being away from Solo, but at the cost of them just cheaply bringing back the bloodline. Oh boy. Oh brother, it's gonna be a rough year, dude. It's gonna be rough.
So you're proposing to me that WWE is going to bring back the
OG
original bloodline.
I think so, dude. I think so. That's what I think they're building up again. They're desperate.
Hence, creatively bankrupt.
Yep, they're desperate. They're desperate. They're not doing it because they have some big grand story a part of it. They're just simply desperate, and they knew that shit was over. They knew that shit sold, so they're just gonna fucking bring it back.
Which is crazy enough, because this isn't the first time we've seen them bring back the OG bloodline. They love to bring back the OG bloodline for a pop, then they go away, and then again, now everybody's off doing their own separate thing again. Again, stop. You're never. And that version of the bloodline is my favorite faction of all time, and I'm sitting here telling you, bro, there is no chance you have at replicating that magic. That was magic. You cannot catch lightning in a bottle twice. You can't.
No, and they're gonna try to. What the bloodline is to Triple H is what the Shield was to Vince. He's just gonna keep trying to fucking reunite them over and over. The second they're desperate, they're gonna fucking reunite this group every few years, dude. And this is just gonna be another iteration of it,
Yes. So
brother.
Solo is told he's starting to sound like Roman. And he goes to buck up with Tama Tonga and ask him, what did you just say? And then Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre start fighting in the hallway. So they completely just didn't care about the MFTs anymore. And they completely shot away from them. But bro, we are getting this story with Jay. Now we're getting this story with Solo, which again, like Sir K just said, leads me to believe these motherfuckers are genuinely going to rehash the old bloodline. And again, you can kind of hear it in Roman's promo, bro. You heard it in Punk's promo tonight. None of your Samoan family did anything about it. You said any of them can. It's gonna end up being Solo. Bro, what the Sir K? What are they going to say as to how are they going to reconcile Solo with Roman after everything that happened? This dude literally went and seeked out a whole new bloodline. How are you going to try to backtrack and tell me now Solo's sorry and he wants to be back with Roman?
The whole excuse is just gonna be for family. That's all they're gonna say. There's gonna be some fucking reach around about family this, family that. It triumphs above our history and our disagreements because we're a family and that's all that matters. And he disrespected our family, so we had to come together. It's gonna be some bullshit like that. You fucking know it is, dude. They're not gonna actually address the fucking history. They're just gonna shove it to the side for this. Triple H, I think, has just been watching too much Fast and the Furious because their whole gimmick is just the word family. That's all it is.
I was just gonna ask you, are we watching WrestleMania season or Fast Five?
Like watching Fast Five, dog, because it's just for family.
That's not even the worst
It,
part.
oh, it's not even. It's who they lost it to.
The MFTs lost the World Tag Team Championships to R-Truth and Damian Priest via help from the Wyatt Six. I am so done. After tonight, I mean, I've been done, but after tonight especially, I'm so done with both of these tag team divisions, bro. You have the tag team on Monday Night Raw, who, in my opinion, is the best tag team in the company's history, sitting there talking about, I don't care about the tag team championships. And on Friday, with the tag roster you have, with a roster like that, you put the tag team championships on Damian Priest and R-Truth. You have Firaxium, Motor City, the Wyatts, the MFT. You have Gorillas of Destiny, and you don't even use them as a tag team. First of all, you have the Wyatts again. All of these fucking teams, the Street Profits are on that brand.
Nothing.
And you put the
What
tag titles on Damian Priest and R-Truth going into Mania. WrestleMania is 26 days away, and your tag team champions are Damian Priest and R-Truth. What is your obsession with Damian Priest? I don't even care about R-Truth. I love R-Truth. What the fuck is your obsession with Damian Priest, bro? Why does he have to be a champion going into WrestleMania? Why are those two tag team champions, yet Firaxium hasn't even fucking cracked one title reign yet?
You had DIY. You fucking lost the one member because you're fucking stupid. So you lost DIY in the tag division. You had Firaxium. You have Motor City Machine Guns. You have a whole pool over there, and you put the tag team titles on R-Truth and Damian Priest, i.e. Wepa Truth. That's who you put the tag team titles on. That's who beat the MFTs, and it's gonna be the catalyst for their breakup. Is Damian Priest and R-Truth? Just stop, just stop, bro. This shit sucks. This shit sucks. At this point, I mean, so dead ass. Do what you do for the women's. Combine those tag titles into one and
Yes.
have that shit flip the shows. That's your only hope. You do not have enough care or the roster to have two sets of tag team titles anymore. You killed it.
You fucking killed it. And you have so many tag teams, bro. You have so many tag teams. You have a decent number of tag teams, bro, across both brands. I say it almost every fucking week. You have New Day, Firaxium, Motor City, Street Profits, Wyatts, MFTs, The Vision, the War Raiders, some luchador group you want to put together, Dragon Lee and somebody, the Condiments or the Americanos. You have all these different tag teams, bro. All these different tag teams, yet your tag team champions on SmackDown are R-Truth and Damian Priest. When is it going to get to a point where you fucking realize you need to shake the brands up, or at this point, the more logical move, just do one set of tag titles. I mean, this is ridiculous. Yeah. This is fucking ridiculous at this point, man. These tag divisions are so below the sand. I can't even explain it to you. I don't need to explain it to you. Look at who the SmackDown Tag Team Champions are now. In that division, Damian fucking Priest has tag team gold. Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. Whip of truth, man.
That is fucking terrible. The amount of talent you have on that roster. And Damian Priest holds a set of tag team titles. Nice fucking going, Paul. Nice. I don't know how far Damian Priest's fucking dick is in your face, but you need to get it out. What is his obsession with Damian Priest, bro? What is it?
He loves him.
He sucks. He's trash, bro. He sucks. When are you going to admit it, Paul? Huh? When are you going to fucking admit it, Paul?
I don't think he's going to admit it.
This fucking dude gave Damian Priest a set of tag titles in that division is fucking absurd to me. Phyraxium hasn't had a tag title reign, yet Damian Priest is one half of the tag team champions, bro.
They lost DIY for this, essentially.
What a fucking joke. Triple H, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened to you, man. I really don't. I do not know what happened to you, bro. But you got to take a vacation, or you got to have a quarterly switch out of a main creative writer, because you are just not capable anymore. I'm sorry, man. You're just not. I don't know what happened to you. I do not know what happened to you. I don't know. I don't know if TKO has totally knocked you out, but I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is, but quite frankly, this is not your booking at its best. And and something's got to change, bro, because that is some bullshit, bro. In that fucking tag division, you got the balls 20 fucking something days away from WrestleMania to put the tag titles on Damian Priest and R-Truth. That group sucks. That group fucking sucks. Your tag division sucks. Your booking sucks. Your WrestleMania season sucks. Everything you've been doing, Paul, sucks. Okay? And it's not how it used to be.
No, it's not. But shit fucking blows.
What a fucking joke. Damian Priest and R-Truth, 20-something days away from WrestleMania. Also, one side thing I forgot to mention, it looks like Candice LeRae is going to be leaving Johnny Gargano for the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't even know what the fuck that is supposed to do for anybody.
I don't know.
Can I just have Candice LeRae facing like Chris Statlander or Mercedes Moné? I feel like she'd be used great in AEW. You get that vibe?
Oh, I feel like Tony would really like her. I feel like he really would, man. And this is what she's doing. She's fucking jumping around from group to group. Brother, why?
She quite literally got the thought gimmick, bro. She's dead ass about to. She's dead ass about to go off on her husband for the Motor City Machine Guns.
For no reason. For shit reasons.
I'm so sick of these fucking tag divisions. You know, Triple H was supposed to bring tag team wrestling back. That was one of the things that excited people the most about Triple H being in power, is his care and his thought he put into tag team wrestling in NXT. I mean, truly, some of the best tag team product you can ever watch. Look at the teams that went through the NXT system, bro. Triple H booked so many of those teams flawlessly. whether it be the Authors of Pain, whether it be the Undisputed Era, Mustache Mountain, the War Raiders, even makeshift groups like Aleister Black and Ricochet were done very well. And from that makeshift group to Wepa Truth, Damian Priest and R-Truth, this is what you're doing now. How did you drop the ball so hard?
They did. They really did.
Dude is an absolute scrub today, man. I swear to God.
He is.
That was SmackDown. So as you can tell, aside from Randy Orton, it was not really the funnest of times. That brings us to Monday Night Raw. Speaking of not funnest of times, we have Raw. From Boston, Massachusetts, Monday Night Raw.
The last time they were here, Cena won the IC title, man. That was beautiful.
Boy, was it. Man.
Now
Simpler times. Yeah, this is what we get now. This is what we fucking get now. Bro, the show opens up. This was great, and it was only downhill after this. The show opened up with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman, he hypes up Brock's accomplishments. He recalled last week and how the overhyped ruler laid out the beast. He says there's been a list of guys who've tried to conquer Brock, and it was never any of them to do it. He listed names like The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose. Homie, don't go there. Don't go there.
Like, don't go there. First of all, Brock literally fucking sandbagged him in that fucking
He sabotaged
match.
the match.
He literally sandbagged fucking Mox. And, bro, Seth says it. Just say Mox, bro. Please. Don't pull no Dean Ambrose crap on me.
It really is just... That's
Don't
just not
that,
it.
Bro.
Yeah, John Moxley is one of the toughest professional wrestlers in the game today, bro. Let's not go there.
No.
Bobby Lashley. We're getting a lot of AEW alumni in here today. Bobby, I got no excuse for Bobby, okay? I just don't think those two are compatible with each other. I don't. Which is one thing that does scare me for Oba versus Brock, because unless it's Oba just squashing Brock, I don't know if this is going to be the banger match that everybody thinks it is. And not because of both of the guys' abilities. It's just the track record we have of Brock Lesnar with bigger guys.
No, 100%. He doesn't have a good track record in the ring against bigger guys. So, genuinely, my best hope for that match is it's short and sweet.
Yes. And that's what I'm hoping for with the Oba match. And I am excited for it. I did want to see it, but I obviously do have my fears as well. He says it wasn't Undertaker. It wasn't Dean Ambrose. It wasn't Bobby Lashley. It wasn't AJ Styles. And it wasn't John Cena. So, this got the Boston crowd booing, as obviously their hometown guy is, unfortunately, not around anymore.
Unfortunately not, man.
He says, it wasn't any of them, and it won't be Oba Femi. Oba comes out, gets in the ring with Brock Lesnar, crowd's going ape shit. He picks up Oba Femi for an F5, and Oba gets off his shoulders and clotheslines him out of the ring, and Brock retreats. So, first off, WWE's merch department is absolutely atrocious, bro. Brock Lesnar comes out with this dog shit piece of fucking merchandise. So last week, Paul Heyman said the FAFO, FA, F5, right? Which is pretty cool. Fuck around, you get an F5, right? So what does WWE do? They put in just a and just a regular looking font. It's not even like a Brock Lesnar. It's not even on like a Brock
City
Lesnar
Street.
suplex, highway sign, suplex city highway sign. It doesn't even have his logo on it. The fucking shirt just says FAF5 with the fat ass WWE logo right above it. I died when I fucking seen that, bro. Their merch department is Fanatics is just, my goodness, they are some of the worst. I know WWE is going to keep the Fanatics deal whenever it's up because Fanatics, they're cheap.
Yeah.
And I know WWE loves that, but dude, they gotta go, man. Holy shit. They gotta go.
They really gotta go, man. That shirt is horrible. FA F5. F5 is red for some reason.
Yeah, the five's
And
just red.
and and just a big WWE logo because they just gotta put it on the fucking middle of their t-shirts, bro. Horrible, horrible designs. Fanatics is horrible. WWE is the corniest fucking company to ever live, dude. It looks horrible.
And I'm sitting there watching this, man, and I'm like, out of all the really cool things they could have done for FAF5, that is what you gave us.
I swear he used to have shirts that would say like the word "fuck" on it, but with the little star on the U. I swear he had some type of shirts like that, bro.
I know Fatu did.
Yeah, and I swear Brock used to in 2016 and shit. In 2016, I swear there were shirts like that.
Let's see.
I might just be thinking of someone else, but I thought I remember that. But you're just put.
I know
around,
FTR had like the fuck the rest shirt. I know they had
did.
a lot of. I don't know. I don't know about Brock. I feel like I remember most of his being like the Suplex City sign, and then it would just say like the name of the town. But anyways, bro. Yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go, man. That it gave me a good laugh, so I can appreciate that. But I'm sitting there like, dude, there's no way somebody looked at that and was like, bro, that shirt just screams Brock Lesnar, dude. FAF5 with a fucking WWE logo stamped right on his chest. Wonderful. What a bunch of cornballs. So Oba Femi, gets Brock Lesnar out of the ring. As Tom says it in the chat, bro, he says they're calling Brock Lesnar an underdog, setting up his bullshit victory. Yeah. When they called Brock the underdog, I thought the same thing, bro. I'm sitting there and I'm like, they are genuinely going to have Brock Lesnar beat Oba Femi, and they're going to have him go on an underdog run until he gets to Gunther. Like, dude, it's Brock Lesnar. Why are we calling Brock Lesnar an underdog? Which you can say a lot of things about Brock Lesnar. One thing you can say for sure, he is one of the most underrated talents in the business, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that, Brock Lesnar never gets enough credit as he should for his ability to sell and his ability to make somebody look good, and obviously his legitimacy, right? He's Brock Lesnar. He's as legitimate as you can get. Probably the most legitimate talent we've ever seen in wrestling, period, right? It's fucking Brock Lesnar. So I will say I've been loving everything he's been doing for Oba. He's been doing great business for Oba. He's been making Oba look absolutely incredible, man. Every week, the past 2 weeks, he's just let Oba steamroll him pretty much. However, that does scare me that we are going to get to Mania and Brock. WWE is going to look at it through the lens of, well, Oba kicked his ass all the way to WrestleMania. What if we have Brock Lesnar get a fluke underdog victory against Oba Femi, which again is not the point. Oba can use the victory more than Lesnar can. I know Brock is going to retire and he doesn't want to lose. Yes, that makes sense. But at the end of the day, if you got to do business, bro, you got to do business. But that's also Triple H's fuck up, because I would rather, if Brock didn't want to lose and I knew he wasn't losing till SummerSlam, I'm sorry, I don't really think Gunther should take the loss either, but Gunther should be the match at Mania then, and Gunther should lose to Brock Lesnar, and then have Oba retire Brock at SummerSlam if we were to choose one. But WWE's not going to do that, because Paul is about as creatively bankrupt as anybody. Tony Khan looks more creatively juiced up than Paul does right now. Do you know how down bad that is? You are more than likely going to have this. Not at all. You are more than likely going to have this dude walk into WrestleMania and lose to Brock Lesnar after they made him look like a monster. Which then what do you do? Then what does WWE do with Oba? I don't know, but I can tell you what, I don't trust them.
Don't trust them. I don't think they'll capitalize as much as they should be capitalizing. And I'm scared, and I think their mentality going in on this is, oh, Oba's kicking his ass on the way to Mania, so if he loses, he doesn't look that bad because he kicked his ass all the way to Mania. That's their mentality on this. That is their exact mentality on this, which is why, as cool as it is, and as much as I love it, each week that he fucking whoops Lesnar, I get more and more scared. And next week for me will be like the solidification. If Brock gets the one up next week, there might be a chance. There might be a chance. But if Oba gets the one up next week, it's all over for Oba, man. He's going to lose. Guaranteed, man. And it sucks because he really should win. I would rather, even in the build, I would much rather if at least get the flip of, Brock maybe having the one up on the build, but at the pay-per-view at WrestleMania, Oba gets the one up, man, and Brock is shocked by how strong and tough he is, and Oba wins. I would much rather have that, but they're doing the reverse, where Oba's showing all his cards now, and they're just gonna have Brock win at Mania, man, and it's so stupid, so ass backwards, and they're probably not gonna capitalize on the loss for Oba afterwards. They're probably not gonna do the things to repair that momentum. They're probably not, man. I don't trust them.
I don't either. It's very scary. If I was WWE again, and if I knew Brock was not losing till SummerSlam, I'm giving him Gunther. I'm sorry. I would just give him Gunther and have Gunther fail to retire him. I'm sorry. I just would. Or if I was WWE and wanted the best of both worlds, I would have Oba beat Brock and then have Brock go on a tear up until SummerSlam. At the end of the day,
That's what I would do too. That's what I would do.
If that's the price we have to pay for Oba getting his win at WrestleMania, then so be it.
Does Triple H have any power? Triple H, you realize you are the boss, right? You could just tell them no. You could tell them, we're WWE, this is what we're going to do. You could tell that to Roman. You could tell that to The Rock. You could tell that to Paul Heyman and Brock, but he won't, man. He won't. If you have any political power for Triple H, that's all Triple H needs. He's going what you want.
Ridiculous. The Vision versus the Usos. I'm sorry. Whoever allowed Austin Theory and Logan Paul to be a tag team needs to be fatally put down.
Nah, for real, bro. This might be one of the worst tag teams of all time, bro. This might be one of the worst pairings of all time, bro. No chemistry with any of them, man. It is horrid.
So, one little sub story that WWE, the commentary, would not shut up about in the beginning of this match is Logan Paul at this Fanatics flag football game yesterday or 2 days ago. They are genuinely saying on commentary that Tom Brady is scared of Logan Paul. and they're like shitting all over Tom Brady, talking about, yeah, well, he's had quite the things to say about WWE lately, so maybe he is scared of Logan Paul. Uh why are we talking about Tom Brady like he like he is some like talk show host, like some weasel? And again, and two, why are we talking about Tom Brady like he's some bench rider in the like he was some bench rider in the NFL?
He's like the NFL player that you know what I mean? People, although I have a vast football knowledge, some people might not be, too into football. You fucking know Tom Brady. That's like the Michael
What?
Jordan of football. You know him. You know what I mean?
This guy has more rings than Jordan.
He's the guy. You know what I mean? He's the football fucking player that everyone knows. He's the most famous football player.
So this to
Maybe
me,
OJ.
maybe who?
OJ, but that's for a different reason.
Oh, brother. Oh, God.
It's for a different reason though, but technically, but that's a different reason.
Like I'm listening to this commentary and they're like, yeah, from what we've seen in these clips, Tom Brady does look a little scared of Logan Paul. And I'm like, you understand the defensive backs that Tom Brady has played against, right? I'm talking fucking Ray Lewis, Ndamukong Suh, Haloti Nada, and you mean to tell me he's scared of Logan Paul? Dude, you've got to be kidding me, right? Like we're saying this on commentary right now. Tom Brady is scared. Tom Brady's probably been sacked so many times by some of the most feared motherfuckers. And also, too, like, don't get me wrong. Tom Brady calling WWE cute or whatever, like, look, that's bullshit, right? Like, I obviously, you guys know the professional wrestling respect runs deep. Like, they work their asses off or whatever, but like, why are we acting like Tom Brady's like a ballerina? Like, bro, Tom Brady's gotten decked in his career by some of these fucking DBs, bro. Like, what do we like? These guys, like, and again, these guys like mall quarterbacks, bro. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Dude, it's so in order showing the footage of that flag football game, and dude, Logan Paul looks just like a little asshole in it. You know what I mean? He's like
Yes,
getting in Tom Brady's face, and like, dude, you look like the little brother. Trying to piss off your older brother, bro. Like you ain't got no chance, homie. Respectfully, bro. And like I get it because maybe what Brady said was real. I don't even think what he said was real. I
yeah,
genuinely think they just told him to say that for this little program they want to run. But brother, what are you guys doing, man? And Tom, that's what I'm saying. We got Jelly Roll, we got Speed, we got Tom Brady on more WWE programming
bro.
than Gunther, than EO, than
Lyra,
than Lyra and Bailey. Horrible work, man. What are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all doing?
mind you, we are 26 days away from WrestleMania,
Yep,
and
26 days.
we are rolling Tom Brady and Logan Paul flag football highlights on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I don't know.
What
That
are
was
you
just some
doing?
that was just something again. That was just something that utterly irked me because again, the professional wrestling respect obviously runs deep. But bro, stop talking about Tom Brady. A, stop talking about Tom Brady like he's a scrub. And B, stop talking about Tom Brady like he is like a tennis player or he's a professional badmintoner. He is an NFL quarterback that has been sacked by some of the most ferocious defensive linemen ever to play the game, especially in his era. You didn't get flags for hitting the fuck out of people, bro. They let it rock.
T wasn't discovered yet. They didn't go back.
Bro,
I mean, they still really don't care, but
Look at NFL hits from the early 2000s, bro. Those are some of the most CTE riddled videos you will ever see in your life. They used to deck motherfuckers in the early, especially in the early 2000s NFL, bro. Come on. What are we talking about? Anyway, sorry. That just irked me because I'm sitting there. Tom Brady is scared of Logan Paul. Okay.
Yeah, his goat.
That's the worst part. Tom Brady's not even my GOAT, bro. Like, I can acknowledge he's the GOAT. Okay, yeah, I guess I could say he's the GOAT. He's not my favorite. He's not even my favorite quarterback of all time, bro. But I can acknowledge Tom. Tom is the greatest quarterback of all time. My personal favorite, I'll probably have to say Peyton Manning. But, bro, Tom Brady is scared of Logan Paul.
Come on, bro. Come on, Logan Paul.
What the fuck? The Vision are trying to use the brass knuckles. LA Knight comes out to save the Usos from the brass knuckles. Jey Uso then snaps and uses the brass knuckles right in front of the referee to cause a disqualification and disqualify the Usos.
Dude, they're not only are redoing fucking Pitbull Jey Uso again, but logically, for LA Knight's character, one of his biggest ops that he talked about last week being his biggest ops that he don't want back is the Bloodline as a group. So why is his character giving them the fuel to be more ferocious like the OG Bloodline? You're making LA Knight look stupid. Because
Yes.
when this group reforms, which they fucking will at this point, and they start whooping them every week, look like an ass.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
He went to Raw to escape them, got trapped in the vision circle for 9 months, and he's just gonna be back in the bloodline circle for the next fucking year after this, dude. Brother, my God.
Goodness sake. So afterwards, they're backstage, and LA Knight is telling Jey Uso, you know, he needs to calm down, and Jey Uso starts to buck up with LA Knight. This leads to LA Knight telling Jey Uso, "You're starting to sound like Roman Reigns." Like Sir K just said, LA Knight is giving these guys the fuel, which will probably reignite the OG bloodline that are probably just going to whip his ass every week. And let's take a hard time out for a second. You mean to tell me you were doing this story with Jay, dropped it, and now we're starting it again 20 days before WrestleMania?
They done cut it at the tail end of last year just to bring it back right before Mania for no reason.
Bro, you were running this story in the fall. Dropped it. Now it's back. Now we're back to telling Jay he's sounding like Roman again. Why'd you get rid of it in the first place then? Why didn't you just let it continue to simmer and simmer and simmer until we got to this point? That, you know, maybe you could have done it a little earlier so it wasn't, you know, I don't know, 20 days before WrestleMania, but okay.
That ass dropped it, returned them to tag team wrestling, won the titles, and we're like, oh shit, we actually do have Roman here every week. Oh, let's bring back the old bloodline. How do we do that? Oh, we were having that Jey Uso character. Okay, let's just run that back. Let's bring it back. And this, by the way, this is the company that still hasn't revealed who attacked Jay a few weeks ago. You know, there've been, you know, people said it was them. No actual reveals. All these attack angles never got an answer for. You drop that story, you bring it back. This is not long-term storytelling, bro. Like people say it is. It's not. This is just do what we feel like in the moment storytelling.
Yes, this is clueless storytelling. This is book on a whim storytelling. This sucks. This actually sucks, bro.
It's horrible.
So Jay's starting to sound like Roman Reigns. Now, again, we will get back to this in just a second because this comes into play, but it comes into play in the main event segment, which is a whole nother beast. So we will get back to that, I promise you guys. On the other, Tom says Jay's acting like the main character. Homie, sit down. I'm wondering if we are going Roman Punk at WrestleMania or Roman Jay after what we've seen tonight, because I don't think Paul knows.
He does. We don't, because he don't know. It's fucked.
My God, bro. We have Becky Lynch coming out for a promo. She says she is angry because the fans cheer her and cheer AJ and boo her. Because she says, I'm the one that stayed here and AJ's the one that abandoned you. Becky, you sound like your husband. She says,
Just gonna say that, bro. They just gave Becky the Seth gimmick. Are you kidding me?
they done copy and
brother.
pasted Rollins Punk to Becky AJ.
That's literally all this is, bro.
Yes.
It's a copy paste from something that wasn't even ended up being that great in the first place to something that's really far from great.
Goodness
Brother.
sake. She says her daughter was singing that stupid Light It Up song and skipping around. She says AJ mastered the Divas era, but Becky murdered it. Who do we give credit for murdering this? Who do we give credit for murdering the Renaissance era that we were in? Is it Paul?
I think it's Paul.
We're going Paul?
He created it and he murdered it.
He did, and he did both, yeah. AJ comes out, and Becky retreats into the crowd. AJ says she will embarrass Becky on the biggest stage of them all. She says she's going to show Becky why she is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, and apparently your daughter's favorite wrestler too. She says she's going to embarrass Becky on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. And Becky says, you fell right into her trap. Welcome to the big time. What do you know? We're getting Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee, or as Michael Cole would say, Becky Lynch versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, bro. I mean, this is pretty obvious we were gonna get this, so I mean, I can't be mad at it. I mean, the promo was fine. It felt kind of rushed. It felt like they were kind of given no time, at least from my standpoint. But this is what they ended up going with, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they probably had Kevin Spacey back there, and he was telling them they only have fucking 7 minutes to do the segment. That fucking dork. It was fine. It was all right. I'm fine with their match at Mania. I'm kind of just excited to have AJ Lee out of the Becky, not even because of Becky, but just out of the Becky. So out of the same two people facing each other circle after Mania. And same goes for Becky. I can't wait for her to be out of the AJ circle after WrestleMania. I kind of just can't wait for these two to just go their separate ways.
Yeah, I think I don't know, a bit of wishful thinking. I would love for the brands to be switched up. I think Becky and AJ could do wonders from being on a different brand from one another. But I think that would be great. We could get Becky Lynch in there with like a Tiffany Stratton or like a Julia, Jordan Grace. Maybe she could help Jordan Grace out a little bit, something like that. But that's too wishful thinking. As for AJ Lee, there's a lot AJ Lee could do on the brand that she's on right now. AJ Bailey, AJ Lyra, AJ Roxanne, AJ Liv, AJ Stephanie. There's a lot you can do. AJ Rhea, AJ Io. There's a lot you can do on the current brand that AJ is on, but especially somebody like Becky, I think could, probably do wonders for making the jump over to Friday Night SmackDown. However, will they do any of that? No, they probably will not. So there you go. But yeah, as for this, I mean, we knew we were going to get this at WrestleMania, so I mean, it's really no shock as to it's really no shock this is finally being confirmed, but it is confirmed, so there you go. Yeah. Javon Evans. Javon was did you see that opening shot where he dapped up with Speed?
I did, Brandon.
I don't know if you got this vibe. All I got from this, I'm surprised he wasn't involved in this match, but all I got from this was like, okay, they think Javon is like the trendy young guy that they're going to, have be cool with the celebrities. We just had him, dapping up with Quavo a couple weeks ago, and now he's here with Speed.
Oh yeah, dude, he's their new human highlight reel. WWE, you do crazy stuff in the ring. That's all you are. You're the human highlight reel. We're gonna have you meet and talk with the celebrities because look what you do. You know how it goes with this fucking company.
Goodness sake. Javon Evans defeated Grayson Waller with a springboard Hurricane Rana into an OG cutter. I don't know if this was Grayson's punishment for being cursed, but this is what he got. So, yeah, it was kind of a nothing match. Don't really know why it was on the show.
You know what's funny? As much as they don't fucking shut up about people being cursed, I don't even remember them talking about that on commentary.
I don't either.
Like you run the whole curse thing as, but that genuinely just goes to show that their attention span on the curse stuff is literally only for a singular night. That's all they think about.
Yes, 100%.
That's that.
It's a
That's
novelty act.
Triple H attention. It is. That's Triple H's attention span.
Yep, like a
It's
goldfish.
like a fucking fly, dude. Horrible.
Paul Heyman requested time to address Seth Rollins. Whoa. Oh boy.
Dude, I was like, you know what? Hopefully this is where, maybe we get the Braun return. Maybe one of the masked dudes are gonna be
Yeah,
Braun
that's what I was thinking too.
No. No. We got the worst possible. We got the worst case scenario with this segment. It was horrible.
Paul Heyman says he has no help anymore. No Bronson Reed, no Braun Breaker. Brock was so mad he left already. And the Logan Paul and Austin Theory are still half conscious. So Seth, why don't you come put me out of my misery? Seth, can you put me out of my fucking misery too? I've had about enough of this WrestleMania season, bro. I've had enough.
I've genuinely had enough. This is just this is horrible.
Terrible. So Seth comes out and he stands on top of the announce table, and then they decide to reveal to us that Paul Heyman got a restraining order on Seth.
Like, even if you get a restraining order on the person, does that person, they would get notified, right? That they have
technically it doesn't go into effect until the person gets served the restraining order.
You have to serve them, and they have to know
yes.
that they have a restraining order, or else they could just be by you and they don't know it.
Right.
It's not how a restraining order works, Paul.
Good old WWE. Rollins comes out and he starts getting handcuffed out of the arena by Boston Police Department. Okay. And Heyman starts talking about how he's going to adopt Seth Rollins' daughter because he's in jail.
He said like Becky was going to be for the team when he's in jail, and then he's going to adopt his daughter. Like, what? What is this? This is the fuel you have for this feud?
Or out of the whole little run these guys had in the Vision and how much these two loved each other in the Vision, now Becky's for the team and he's going to adopt the daughter.
Like what? And like the worst part, the part that makes this have no sense. If Braun is gonna be able to make it for Mania, and he comes back like next week or something, at the end of the day, realistically, the Seth feud at that point has nothing to do with Heyman. Maybe a little bit, but like it's gonna be him and Braun.
Yeah.
So like, why is he so heated with Heyman right now? It makes no sense.
Especially, too, the whole Vision turn, Heyman was shocked. He didn't know they were going to do that.
He didn't know that was happening, bro. He just went with the moment so he don't get speared.
Because he didn't want to
Like
get his ass kicked. Yes.
like what? And I think the best way to come about it is Braun returns and he ain't fucking with Paul no more. I don't want him to fuck with Paul no more, to be honest. I don't think they would do that, but that's what I want. But they're like, why are you making Paul such a op for Seth? They have nothing to do with each other anymore, realistically.
Bro, he's going to adopt Seth's daughter. So Seth runs down to the ring. And when Seth was running down to the ring, I was like, okay, he's going to get intercepted by a spear. We're going to see Braun back. Especially because Paul just dropped the line of he has no help. We got no
Yeah,
Braun. So I was like, okay, this is where we're going to see
yeah,
Braun
bro.
come back. It's going to be a dope segment. Seth, dead ass, jumps in the ring, just socks Paul Heyman in the face, and then gets arrested as Paul Heyman is laughing.
He's like looking all devious and shit. Dude, are him and CM Punk going over the same script?
Are they?
Cause like it's literally just antagonize, get hit, laugh because you think you're in their head. They have the same fucking script,
What
and
is
the
this
script
shit?
sucks. Horrible.
My God. So, yeah, that was the Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins segment. I personally think that Braun is going to be back in time. I think that's probably why Heyman had that look on his face. But at the end of the day, I don't really understand what the whole point of this segment was, to be honest. If you wanted to do a segment where they serve Seth Rollins with the restraining order, officially, I mean, they just straight up arrested him right here. So I don't understand what the point of this was. This was very awkward. And again, this was just very confusing to tell us in the moment. Oh yeah, uh, uh Paul Heyman put a restraining order out on Seth Rollins, and then they kind of just went about their day, and I'm just sitting there like, what, what is this segment? And then again, the whole stuff about adopting his daughter and stuff. I'm like, what? Where is this heat coming from?
No clue, man. I have no clue. I think it's coming out of Triple H's ass, because that's where a lot of the script I think is coming from.
I
But
agree.
it makes no sense, dude. It makes no sense. It's ass. What are you doing out here?
Bailey and Lyra defeat the Kabuki Warriors in tag team action, and then they challenge Nia Jax and Lash Legend next week on Raw for the tag titles. I hope they don't just lose. I hope they, lose maybe by way of interference. And
So
then they get in this big multi-women match at WrestleMania. Um, you know, uh,
I think so. I think that's going to be the plan, if I'm being honest. I think Kabuki Warriors are going to interfere. Going to be a whole lot of fuckery. It's going to be a super multi-woman match. And it's going to be crazy if EO doesn't have a match. But at this point, I think her WrestleMania role is dead ass just going to be the fucking the breakup between Asuka and Kari, probably in that tag team match,
I think so. I
which
think
is
so.
crazy. You don't have fucking EO for a match on the card. Your best, what most figure fans will say is probably your best in-ring wrestler. You're not gonna have on the card.
Was she gonna have her match against Asuka? You know,
I mean, I'll take it, but like, it's just gonna be more Kari saying, fucking crying, fucking
Kari's
fight back bullshit.
she's finally gonna build up the courage to stand up to Asuka, the bully.
Or just,
That shit ass story is what we're gonna have
it
EO
sucks.
involved with.
It sucks, dude. That ass at this point, with the way everything went, I would have rather just kept fucking Rio together and just did that. Genuinely. Because what both women ended up doing after their fucking split is horrid. It's horrible.
Yeah, might as well. Might as well have, bro. And Rhea Ripley's, she's over there fighting B Fab and Me Chin on the way to WrestleMania. Man. Wow.
Ugh, fucking hell.
Afterwards, Io was in the back. She tells Kairi Sane she deserves better. Kairi Sane gets flustered and runs away with Asuka. Yes, we are definitely getting Asuka Io at WrestleMania for sure. And then Kairi is probably going to turn there. So
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. Danhausen. Oh man. Speed is in the back talking to Adam Pearce. Yes, Speed, the streamer, is in the back talking to Adam Pearce. And Danhausen proposes to Speed that he wants to log into his accounts and create I Show Speedhausen. Speed says no. Danhausen curses Speed.
Oh, brother. I Show Speedhausen.
Oh.
You fucking with it?
Man.
I'm fucking with it. I fuck with I Show Speedhausen. I like that idea, man. Where's Mizhausen, bro? That's what I want.
Speed has been cursed by Danhausen. As if this couldn't get any worse. Now Speed is being cursed. Now the celebrity influencers are getting cursed by Danhausen. Mind you, they have not brought this guy out in front of a live audience since he debuted.
They do, but they don't do it for the American TV version of the show. They do it for those fucking off TV segments.
Yes.
Where he fucking has a t-shirt cannon that he shoots. Brother, just oh man. If what if he cursed Tom Brady at WrestleMania, man? What'd you think about that? That possibility. You want Bradyhausen? You fucking with that?
Bradyhausen.
Horrible joke,
bro. What's gonna happen to Tom Brady if Danhausen curses him, bro? Is that gonna take away his Super Bowl rings? Is that going to
Speed? What?
Oh, you didn't see?
I didn't see actually.
Well, WWE socials uploaded Danhausen and Speed raced each other, and Danhausen beat Speed in the race.
So that's what the curse did.
Cursed him, and he lost a race. Yeah, Tom says that this is our new era. By the way,
it's our new era, man. We get Danhausen cursing Speed, and he loses the race in backstage, man.
Holy shit!
This is what we're spending our time on. No Gunther, by the way.
No, yeah, no Gunther on the show, but we have Danhausen cursing Speed. Priorities. Penta versus Dom for the Intercontinental Championship match, or for the Intercontinental Championship.
There you go.
Show got me fucked up.
That's what WWE does to the brain, man.
Dominic hit a 619. He went to go for the splash. Finn Balor's music hit, and JD McDonough and Finn brawled up on top of the stage. Finn then came down to the ringside area. And Dominic went for the splash as he was just waiting, lying in wait, distracted by Finn. He went to finally go for the splash, and Penta rolled him up for the 1, 2, 3, thus beating him. And beating him and retaining the IC title against Dom. He then got out of there, and Finn Balor attacked Dominic before Dominic rolled away and left JD McDonough to get attacked by Finn Balor while Dominic stood and watched. So this is the follow-up, really. I'm glad Dom is already out of concussion protocol, and he is good to go, and he's cleared to compete again. As for Finn, this is his first week back, so I did expect an attack. I thought it was fine. I'm very excited to see the dialogue with these two for next week's WrestleMania, or for next week in the build to WrestleMania. So I'm very excited to see what these two got to say to each other, and I'm glad that Finn is back.
Glad Finn's back. I'm glad Dom's all good, man. Obviously, like you said, you expect a brawl after what happened and the attack from Finn, like what they did there. And I like you said, I just can't wait for the dialogue, man. I'm pumped for that.
Yes. CM Punk and Roman Reigns main evented the show again.
At this point, I don't know if they deserve to. Oh, fuck.
And they
Give
might
that shit to Finn and Dom.
give it to Oba Brock. So I don't know, Brock don't want to stick around that long, but man.
Fuck.
Jimmy Uso is waiting at the entrance to gorilla position for CM Punk. He tells Punk to watch what he says because my brother is on a warpath. Is he? What is he going to do? Botch another neck breaker? What is your brother on a warpath going to? Is he going to give me a super kick? Is he going to spear me? God forbid the suicide dive.
Splash? Or a splash?
Oh, God.
You forgot about the splash, man. You forgot about his sixth move.
So, I'm sorry. Forgot the bag. The bag is pretty deep.
So deep.
CM Punk says last week Roman told any of his Samoan family to come attack me, yet none of them have. Uh-oh. He says, kids, cover your ears. This is the shit talk business.
Is it? Is it now? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't, dude. He just got worse and worse on this one.
He says this is our job to say awful things to each other on the way to WrestleMania.
Really?
So how do we explain lines being cut from the promo last week if this is their job to build a match? It seems like someone stopped the building of a match because of some awful things that were to be said.
Literally, man. You were able to say an awful thing. That's, what you said, you gotta say awful things to build the match, get people hype. But, Roman wasn't able to throw one back for you, man. So, what's going on here?
He says, Roman said one thing to me last week that pissed me off. He called me old. He says, it's not what he said, it's who said it. He says, my young boy does not get to disrespect me and call me old. You know your young boy's a bigger star than you, right? I'm just saying.
Call him your young boy. You can't, bro. That's like Randy calling Cody his young boy. You could kind of say it in their feud because, they got the whole mentor thing. But, at the end of the day, Cody is a big enough star to, he's not a young boy. You can't say that, especially to someone who's bigger than you. Dog, what?
My God. So, he says, my young boy does not get to disrespect me. He says, am I ashamed of being old? Hell no. I'm proud of it. So why'd you hit him?
So why'd you hit him? Why'd you say that was the one thing that pissed you off? If you're proud of it,
It does,
you make no sense.
He says, if I wasn't proud of it, I would cover my gray up with Just for Men like Roman does. Just for men. Just for men. That's the
That's
jab. That's the
that's
jab
the
we're
jab.
going with, Sir K. Just
He
for
uses just
fucking
for
men.
We went from dead fathers being brought up to just for men because he covers up the grays. Even
The
though
Roman
he's
doesn't even
Roman,
cover the
he
grays. He
does.
has
He was.
grays. Like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. And people always joke about Romans, fake teeth. At least, say something like that. Something that people brought
The
up
the
before,
the, the
Romans big
Cena
ass veneers.
the Cena bar was, what did he say? He has giant bars of soap for teeth.
Yeah, it's like here's something like that. Talk about his choppers, bro. You're talking about his gray ass beard, and that he uses dye, but he has gray in his beard, so he doesn't use dye. If he used dye, he'd have a completely black and brown beard. Whatever, man. I don't know.
He says he is Mr. Game 7. He says he feels great. He feels like he could come out here and tell us he's the best in the world. I feel so great, I can come out here and say, isn't it great to be alive in Boston on a Monday night or what?
The worst part about that, the sentence before, he goes, I don't need to come out here to ask people to acknowledge me, and then
Yes.
ask people to acknowledge him by doing his shitty catchphrase. Like, this is one of the worst CM Punk promos I've genuinely ever watched. I'm not even trying to be negative.
Oh, dude,
or
it gets
like that.
zesty.
But oh, dude, it even gets zesty. But this is the most contradictory promo I think I've ever listened to.
Which, hey, if you want to be zesty, bro, to each their own. But where did this come? Where did these next couple lines I'm about to read? I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Why did he bring any of this up? Why were these words need? Okay. He says Roman Reigns can cover himself with all the oil and jizz he wants to, because he's going to jack him and hit him with a GTS, and he will beat him with a GTS at WrestleMania, and you will just be beaten by an old man. Okay. Excuse me?
What? First of all,
Cover him with oil and jizz and jack him. What the fuck are you doing at WrestleMania?
First of all, Roman don't even use that much baby oil, and he's not a greased up. If you're facing The Rock, you could maybe say that line because Rock be fucking using that baby oil. But what?
Was he fighting David Otunga at WrestleMania?
Bro, what are you talking? This is your best shot. This is the shit that you're gonna fucking use to build the match. Could
you fucking imagine 2011 CM Punk looking at John Cena, telling him, you can cover yourself with all the oil and jizz you want to. I'm gonna jack you and hit you with a GTS at Mania?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but are you gonna have to give CM Punk bullet points at this point? Because
what the fuck?
Off the rails, he's talking dumb shit. He's talking bullshit.
This is what we're going with. This is the best we fucking got. Yes. Come on, dog.
He's gonna jack him off.
He says, you said it yourself. You will just be beaten by an old man after you underestimated me. You know who also underestimated me? Gunther. And so did Jay. Jay's music hits, and CM Punk says, what are you gonna do, yeet me to death? And he starts fucking yeeting to Jey Uso's music.
So,
Jay...
And we're not doing a Jey Uso match here, folks.
This is fucking... Okay, I know we stopped about 15,000 times. What the fuck was this promo? What the fuck was this dialogue?
That was horrible. That was genuinely one of the worst Punk promos I've ever had to listen to. That was simultaneously the dumbest, most hypocritical, and the weirdest promo I've ever listened to from that guy, and that shit was horrible. Where is the "We Are Chicago" promo energy,
Dude,
bro? Dude, like people always say, like, oh, he's so much happier in WWE, all that, and he might be, he probably is backstage wise, but TV wise, he looks so much more energetic when he was in AEW. I'm sorry, he really did.
dude, I don't
He
know.
did.
The whole time, the the whole time I'm listening to this, man, I'm thinking to myself, imagine 2011 Punk looking at this script. He would look at this and say, "What the fuck is this? This is the most WWE manufactured bullshit I've ever seen in my life." And I'll use what you just said as another stencil. AEW Punk wouldn't have even said shit this goofy. Like you just said, one pulse, fucking pumping through the streets of Chicago, one heartbeat. That "We Are Chicago" promo, the fucking promo against MJF, "Will You Be My Valentine," as he holds up the fucking dog collar, the promo against Eddie Kingston. I mean, all these promos I vividly fucking remember.
Love them. They were incredible promos from Punk, and this is what he's doing now. The most fucking corporately written ass shit I've ever. He's making jizz jokes. Dude, did The Rock write this?
He's dishing out just for men bars to Roman Reigns.
And Tom mentioned in the comments that Roman looks like he has no energy for the feud. And, like, to be honest, I wouldn't either if this is what I'm given, dude. Like, you could tell, and you could tell the difference of care that Roman has put into this feud from the beginning to now. With that first segment, that dad line segment, that was Roman when he was into this feud, and
Yes.
you could tell he cared. You could tell backstage politics has screwed this feud to the point where Roman don't look like he cares. Punk's trying hard to look good. This is horrible, man. This looks sad.
I had so much promise for this feud when it first started, bro.
So
I was hyped. Those first two promos they did completely sold me on this match. I didn't think they were going to do just Punk and Roman one-on-one, but it completely sold me. We have moved on, and you know what? I'll admit, even after last week, seeing everybody's reactions online and people saying, you know what? I kind of see what they're doing here. You know, Roman gives a cheap little pot shot like you're old. And people were saying, like, you know, maybe this is going to tell a deeper story because Punk is always the one saying, you know, he's got thick skin. But really, they're telling the story of Punk can dish it but can't take it. And I say, you know what? Be honest. I say, you know what? These people kind of got a point. Let me see what they cook up this week. And then we get this.
And like now you're turning this into Bloodline reunion. It makes no sense,
What the
dude. It's so. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had another point, and I think I forgot it, man. But like, how do you go from what you were doing to now, man? Yeah, I lost it, man. But it's so frustrating, man.
Jey Uso comes out there
Yeah.
and he says he's going to beat Punk's old ass up right now. Sergey, are you ready? CM Punk says, well, I'm a fighting champion. So, Jay, you never got your rematch. We can do this right now.
He can't help himself, dude. He's got to be the honorable good guy.
Punk, I fucking love you, bro, but what the fuck are we doing? What are we
Dude,
doing?
he's more of a desperate Chad right now than Cody is. You never
Oh
got
my,
your rematch, so
what
let's
the,
fight right now. What?
what the fuck? Punk!
CM Punk should, you should tell him fuck you. I don't care about you. I want to face your cousin.
Jimmy then comes out here. He says,
Soulless.
he is. He tells Jay, bro, what are you doing? He says, Jay, calm down, man. I need you to lock in. I need you to lock in. He says, leave him to Roman. To be honest with you, this has nothing to do with you. Yeah.
It's true.
He says, calm down, man. We got tag titles to defend next week. And this is the climax. This guy, Jay, says, I don't care about the tag titles. All he does is talk shit about the family. Roman ain't even out here, but I am.
I don't give a shit about the tag titles. I care about my family. Just,
I don't give a shit about the tag titles.
dude, that line. Oh, man. Ooh, if I was in charge, bro, hell would have been brought when they would have came back from Gorilla, man. Oh, I would have brought hell with them.
Brother,
Ooh.
who is in the WrestleMania main event? Is it Roman Reigns or fucking Jey Uso? I don't care about the tag titles, is what we have the World Tag Team Champion saying 20 days before WrestleMania. When his cousin, who's in a feud with the guy, isn't even fucking participating in it.
He's not even in the segment yet.
He hasn't even come out yet.
He didn't even come out in the segment yet.
Who?
They had to do like one of those like bloodline fuck up Roman pulls up moments for him to join the segment.
Yes. Who is in the main event? Who's in the main event here?
This wasn't even a fucking Punk and Roman segment. This was literally an OG Bloodline segment where they say something that piss them off, and that's what gets them to come out. This wasn't even a fucking build-up segment. This was a OG Bloodline segment in the worst way possible. Horrible. Horrible. And he says that he doesn't give a fuck about the tag titles.
Do you not see what's wrong with the tag division here? You have the most renowned tag team in the company saying he doesn't, one half of the tag team champions saying he does not give a shit about the tag titles. Nice. Good going.
Ooh, man.
How fucking stupid can you be? How stupid 20 days before WrestleMania can you fucking be?
Looks horrible, man. They look horrible.
Roman then finally comes out. He says, last time I checked, you had a tag match, and it's over. So get your brother and leave my ring. CM Punk then chimes in. It was funny, but it genuinely made him look like the little sibling that like won't shut up in the corner before the parents have to inevitably whip his ass. He picks the mic up and he says, he wants you to stay, he needs the help. And this is what makes Jey Uso completely lose his marbles. He runs at CM Punk like an idiot and gets clocked in the face. Jimmy then runs over by Punk and these two start scruffling. And Roman Superman punches CM Punk. Punk goes down. Roman's about to leave the ring with the Usos. And Jay yells, Joe, get him. Get him. Smash them all. Roman spears CM Punk, gets him on the outside, throws him into the ring post, power bombs him through the announce table. As Roman Reigns mauls CM Punk, leaves him laying in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And CM Punk, the final shot of Monday Night Raw is CM Punk laughing that his challenger just attacked him. And he's saying to the officials, I don't need help. You should be asking him, as he's laughing.
Dude.
What the fuck is this, Sergey? Hey, explain, please. The floor is yours.
At this point, I feel like backstage politics had to have screwed this match so hard where At this point, I think Roman is most definitely winning at WrestleMania. And from my view of it, the way I see television going, I think CM Punk is so pissed, so annoyed, whatever, so butthurt, whatever, that he is trying so hard desperately to look good before his loss at Mania, where he's no selling, getting thrown, getting powerbomb through the announce table. He is no selling that against Roman Reigns, just to still look good and look like he's like mentally on top. Bro, what do we, and then Jay is the one that sets Roman off into dog mode.
That was what
Why
got
didn't
me.
the dad line? Why didn't the, like Tom says? Why didn't the dad line send Roman into beast mode? Why didn't that do it? Why was he all cocky last week? That really makes me think he was actually just cocky last week because fucking CM Punk's lashing out and no selling this shit and he has to end the segment laughing like he's in control. You know, I, I give Cody so much shit, but at least Cody, if it's for the feud, it's for the segment. Cody will get whooped for a segment. Look at the Randy segment. Cody wasn't there fucking laughing because he's in Randy's head or nothing. He was fucking whooped. He was a bloody mess, and it looked great. But CM Punk can't sell for Roman Reigns. He has to laugh after being powerbombed through an announce table. That's wild to me. That's wild to me.
That is ridiculous. That is an absolutely ridiculous way to sell your main event. That is a wonderful way to make Roman Reigns look. First of all, Roman Reigns wasn't even, he was just going to leave the ring, and it took Jey Uso saying smash them all to get Roman Reigns to move a muscle and attack CM Punk. Not the fact that you mentioned my dad, or not the fact that I want your world championship. It was because Jey fucking Uso told me to smash them all. That, and then again, you get attacked, laid out by your challenger, the biggest star in the business, and you're laughing. What the fuck does that tell me about Roman? That makes Roman look weak.
It does. That makes him look horrible.
Would they have lost the plot with this feud so much? You have spun my head into a daze thinking about the possibility. Is Randy and Cody really about to fucking save Mania over this? Over the shit that should have been, this was the shit of the weekend, Roman and Punk. Are you really about to swing that in Randy and Cody's favor?
Like, dude, a few weeks ago, I was like, Randy and Cody, that's gonna be all right. But like, this is really where Mania's at. And in a span of 2.5 weeks, you done reversed it completely so far. Where I'm looking at Randy and Cody as the feud I care about more. And like Tom says, it feels like neither guy wants to be in this feud. It feels like they
Yes.
both want to win. Only one can win. It's gonna be Roman, and they're not having a good time because neither one wants to talk crazy, or one of them doesn't want to talk crazy, and one of them doesn't want to lose. Um, what are you doing here? And now you turn this whole thing into a bloodline reunion. Dog, what are you doing?
This is this is terrible, man. This is absolutely terrible. I don't. Triple H, I really do not know what the I do not know how he lost the plot to this feud so hard. It was so easy with these guys. I mean, it was easy. It was a piece of fucking cake to do this feud with these guys with the history that they have with CM Punk. You know, talking all that shit about Roman Reigns on Cole Cabana's podcast all those years ago, the history that these guys have with the Shield, the recent history they have with Punk being the reason Paul Heyman really opened his eyes to Roman Reigns. He cost Roman Reigns his wise man. After all that, all the drama that's been between these two in and outside of the ring, you have fumbled the bag this hard to the point where Jey Uso is getting Roman Reigns to finally fucking snap, and CM Punk is walking out here dropping just for men bars on Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're at. Just for men. and jizz bars is what this feud got diluted to.
It feels to me like WWE kind of just came up with the idea maybe a week or two ago of, you know what? Let's turn this into a bloodline reunion story. Let's turn this into something where we can get the bloodline involved here. Let's turn this into something where we can get the family involved, which doesn't serve the story any justice, because if you're making Roman look weak if Roman gets to Mania and his family helps him again. Like, that's not the point of this new Roman Reigns.
Like that's the whole opposite. The whole opposite should be the lesson. Either I didn't need them and what I was doing was wrong, or I did need them and what I was doing was wrong. That's the lesson here. And they're not going to do it completely. They're going to reunite the bloodline, and they're not going to fucking evolve Roman's character in the slightest, dude. They're not.
Lost the plot, bro. Again, it looks like you're building towards more of a fucking Jey Uso match with CM Punk than Roman Reigns. He looks like he cares more about the World Heavyweight Championship than Roman Reigns does. Why are you doing that to Roman's character? You failed.
Man.
You failed,
They
Paul.
failed. They're failing it, man. They took at the start of it was really good and really interesting, and fucking completely screwed it up. They turned it into one thing and then simultaneously another, and then you get the vibe that neither guy really wants to do this feud anymore for whatever backstage politic reasons. It looks horrible, man. The, this is a common thing with Triple H, where two backstage politic people get in each other's way, and obviously Paul doesn't be a boss, and just tell someone he's going over, they're going over, you're going over, deal with it, figure it out, make the TV look good. If this was Tony Khan, not to be that guy, but if this was Tony Khan and he had two main stars doing this shit, where one was going over and the other wanted to go over and all this, we wouldn't hear the end of it of how bad a boss Tony Khan is.
Yes.
But this happens with Triple H. It's happened with Triple H with Jade and Rhea. It's seemingly happening with Roman and Punk. It happened with Roman and Cody before, with Rock and Cody before, with Rock and fucking Triple H before. Does Triple H not know he's the fucking boss? If again, not to be that guy, but if this was Tony Khan, we wouldn't hear the fucking end of it of how bad of a boss he was.
No, we would not. We would not at all. However, yeah, Triple H loses the plot, yet his fan base still finds some creative way to make him look like a fucking genius every week, even though he's coming off like a complete idiot with his handling of the Night 2 WrestleMania main event.
Horrible, man. Horrible.
I would have teared CM Punk a new ass if he cut a promo like that and came back there. I'm sorry. I would have. You can't sit out here talking about this is our job in the shit talk business to say awful things to each other to sell a match, and you're dropping just for men bars and talking about Roman covering himself with jizz and jacking him.
And you say that, but a line about you, whether you cut it or not, a line towards you was cut last week. Dog. Man, Jay and Punk would have got the shits if they would have went back there and Gorilla for me, man. Those two would have got the fucking...
Oh,
man,
yeah.
they would have been on the table. Ooh.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I would have fucking tore them a new ass, bro. But we know Paul didn't. They probably all fucking stood back there because they made time and were like, this is a new era.
The people are talking about it. It's what we do. People are talking about it.
It's what we fucking do, brother.
Ooh, that's all.
Mm-hmm. He went out there and he was like, boom, and they were like, whoa, whoa, fucking bam, and fucking whoa, pow, pow, and then you were like, ha ha ha, and then he was like,
for Triple H, no matter how ass something is, as long as there are tweets about it, all he's gonna say is, "It's what we do. People are talking about it. It's what we do in this business. You're talking about it. We're doing it right." That's all they're gonna say, man. Yeah,
just shut up, Paul.
Oh, brother.
They lost the plot. they lost the plot, and they done almost lost me after the bullshit they pulled tonight. I was so optimistic coming into this promo, thinking, you know what? Let me see what they got, bro. Let me see what they got. And then they give us that. They fucking gave us that.
Horrible, man.
What a joke.
Horrible.
What an absolute joke. That was everything here today on Unscripted, man. That was episode 292. Man, I don't know. I don't know what they done did, bro. I really don't know what they done did. But
They dead ass gave the ball to Randy and Cody so far, man.
oh
What are
my
you doing?
goodness, how the
How
fuck
did
did
you
that
get the
happen?
ball to How? Ugh.
I I wish I had an answer, bro. I genuinely wish I had a fucking answer. Well, with that, that is going to do it for this edition of NHP. That is going to do it for this edition of Unscripted. That was everything for Dynamite, SmackDown, and Raw. Thank you guys so very much, everybody who joined us in the live chat. We got my guy Tom, we got Flex, Manager Logan. Thank you guys as always for joining us, as it has been a pleasure for my Johnny.
Nice, okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Unscripted. This has been episode 292. Thank you guys as always. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all on Friday with the news.
Peace.